start.
I suppose you have to assume that the mayor is behind Moses. How else could Moses get away with all this?
Sorry.
One would think. Oh,
One would think they would talk and agreed and made a plan to move forward with that plan together, and that might have been possible. But Mayor Robert Wagner couldn't find Robert Moses anywhere for a long time, and the papers found out.
Among the missing.
Wherefore art thou? Mayor's call to Moses.
Mayor says he is unable to find Moses for 5th day.
During this time where Moses was missing, it seems he tried another tactic. One Joe was all too familiar with, and which was perhaps best summed up by Stuart Constable.
What's wrong with Joseph McCarthy?
Moses could and did give all kinds of reasons why we needed to do what he wanted in charge of mid-missions. Erosion, which is something I never thought I'd have to fight against. Security to protect our audiences. Simply that he said so. I can understand this. I can understand wanting your way. What I can't understand is writing a letter. Writing a letter and cutting your signature off. Writing a letter and cutting your signature off and sending it to every person of power in the city. Writing a letter, cutting your signature off, sending it to every person in power in the city and telling them that there was more where that came from. I can't understand doing this and not thinking that the world would hear what you truly meant, what you truly thought of me.
I think it is clear that Pap was a communist. A communist until the first subpoena was served on him by the committee, and then he was identified with a communist school. He certainly learned the procedure and methods of influencing people. You will note that he testified that he was no longer a member of the Communist Party at the time of the first hearing, but that he took the Fifth Amendment when he asked if he was a member. You will see that he also took the Fifth Amendment when asked if he influenced people to join the Communist Party. This fellow Pap became more and more rambunctious. As a result of recent experiences, we have looked him up more carefully. He turns out to be a typical of the breed. He took the Fifth Amendment 12 times before the House Un-American Activities Committee. Pap in recent months has become more and more truculent and unreasonable. He first agrees to follow rules and then refuses. He was a communist of long standing, affiliated with all the radicals, and took the Fifth Amendment again and again.
So Moses thought it was important that the world knew who I was, what I'd done. And that's fine, I don't hide from that. But this is a battle being held in public, and the public had elected someone who had the power to solve the matter.
I believe I have the mayor's confidence. I should be right here. I believe I have the mayor's confidence.
I know that you did not create the controversy over the Shakespeare Festival in Central Park. Moses is stalling and changing his reasons every other day. Moses has had his say. The public has had theirs. Now it's up to you, Mr. Mayor, to call an end to this game of political musical chairs and insist that the festival be permitted to operate free in Central Park as it has done for the past years.
I would like to suggest that we have a meeting either at City Hall or Department of Parks to discuss the Shakespeare in the Park situation sensibly. If the contending parties could sit down in a calm atmosphere, I am sure that an amenable decision pleasing to all could be worked out.
The mayor took this meeting with Moses, and Moses came out of hiding. He'd been Long Island.
He had been on Long Island recovering from an illness, writing letters and unable to come to the phone. It took place at the Players Club, which was founded by famed Shakespearean actor Edwin Booth. The irony was not lost on the people of New York.
Joe was not at this meeting. The closest he got was Constable. It would be hard to say that this meeting went well.
Now listen.
Police!
Whoa!
Do you remember what Moses did when his swimming team captain tried to question him?
If you don't let me do it, I'm going to resign from the team.
Well, your resignation is accepted.
He tried this again. It worked. He demanded that either Robert Wagner, the same mayor that dare only offer him 2 of his 3 desired positions, fire him or support him publicly. Here's what Wagner chose.
Although I can't say I approve of all the ways this has been handled, my only other option is to appoint a new parks commissioner. I wouldn't consider that for a moment. He's too valuable a public servant.
but perhaps the damage was done.
Bill Shakespeare loses out as Wagner supports Moses.
Is Bob Wagner or Bob Moses the mayor of New York?
It can't be said that Robert Moses was a humble man. His name and his image were nearly as important to him as the things that he built. His name and his image were being decayed, eroded with each new headline.
Dear Commissioner Moses, perhaps in politics you have learned that by standing the truth on its head, you can get enough people to believe a lie. I think everybody is growing tired of the distortions, outright fabrications, and anonymous allegations put out by your office. No new excuse you can conjure up can stop us from pressing for the right for the free presentation of Shakespeare in Central Park.
The public had had its say. The mayor had had his. All that was left was the courts. The one chance Joe had of keeping tickets free. Everything else to do had been done.
Great.